adventurers! Today we're going to be doing a book haul, which is technically a Christmas book haul.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is just the books that we got for Christmas.
Along with a few others that finally came in that we've ordered.
Okay, let's start with those ones.
So the ones that we got in were book 4, 5, and 6 of the
3, 4, and 5.
What is this? Oh, book 3, 4, and 5 of the Ranger's Apprentice series. So that's the Icebound Land, the Sorcerer of the North, and the Battle for Scandia. So that's what they are.
Yes.
Written by John Flanagan.
Yes.
The next books that I got is book 1, 2, and 3 of the Kane Chronicles. It's the full trilogy, and I'm super excited that I have access to these now. There's also some short stories in the back of the books that we didn't always have the opportunity to read, so I'm really excited. I just got new reading material,
Yeah.
plus I can reread these. I did love them. I remember loving them. I don't remember why I loved them.
Yeah, I feel like these were probably our favorite of, at least my favorite of the different series that I read by Riordan.
Yeah, for sure mine too. I tend to like Egyptian mythology more than Greek and Roman. Roman, the other mythologies that he writes about, so that was definitely an appeal. There's also a small graphic novel in this, so that was kind of fun. It's basically book 1. I don't know how far it goes, only the first couple chapters. So
I got The Fellowship of the Ring in this specific edition. I like having multiple editions of these books because it's my favorite book. So I'm fine with new and different editions. So this is the edition of The Fellowship of the Ring that I got. I didn't get the other two in this, I didn't get Two Towers and Return of the King in this edition, but that's alright, I'll get them sometime. So this, I actually really like these editions. It's just a paperback copy, but I don't know, there's something very pretty, very minimalistic about this cover and this style, and it's the same style that my Silmarillion edition is in, so I'm really excited to have it.
the next book I got is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. That's a very tiny author name if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
It's minuscule. Poor author. No one knows the name. Anyhow, I've heard that the movie, I know a couple people who really enjoy the movie, and so I wanted to read the book. It seems like a different style of book than I usually read, and I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I'm excited for it too. So I also got Battlefront 2 Inferno Squadron, which is a Star Wars book written by Christie Golden. Earlier this year, and I don't know if we were doing vlogs at the time, but I read Dark Disciple, which is another Star Wars book that's also written by Christie Golden. And I really enjoyed that one, but this one is based off of characters from the Battlefront 2 video game that came out in 2017. I played the campaign and I really enjoyed it, and it's Star Wars, so I figured this is a great book for me to have. I didn't buy it, I got it for Christmas. So
the next book that I got is The Whipping Star by Frank Herbert. This is the previous book to the Dos Dai experiment, which I have been wanting to read for forever, and I'm so excited. I also didn't realize it was so small, which makes me even more excited that I can do small books. I can do these. So I'm excited to start this series and get a little bit more sci-fi and a little bit of Frank Herbert.
yeah. So I also got The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This is, I believe, yes, book 2 of The Wheel of Time. I have books 1 and 3, so I need 2 as well as all the ones that come after that in the prequel. But now I have 1, 2, and 3, and so I can
Start reading
the series once I actually finish the other ones that I'm trying to read right now.
So the second book I've actually read before, but I kind of wanted my own copy of it, which is how it is for several of these, and that's To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I love this book. It's an excellent book, and I'm really excited to have my own copy of it and access to it now.
So I also got Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This is one of the Poirot novels, Hercule Poirot mysteries, and I'm very excited for it. I haven't read Murder on the Orient Express yet, but I'm planning on it, and I'm hoping to very soon in 2021. And then if I really, really enjoy it, I may just go directly into this one, or I may take a break. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do yet, but I'm excited to own it.
So the next book I have is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is another book that I've read before. I remember really, really loving it. It was a little bit slow, but we're not talking about reviewing the book, so I'm sorry. Wrong mindset there.
Yes.
Anyhow, I'm really excited to get this. I now have almost all of the Bronte sister books, and 3 of them are in the same edition, which is also really fun. They look nice in my bookshelf. So, yeah, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte.
So, now we're into Sanderson. No surprise there that I got some of those. So I got the complete Mistborn trilogy box set. These are not the original edition or original covers. They're very, I don't know, stylized, very different covers.
We had a
but
lot
I
of fun
really,
analyzing this on Christmas with our brother.
We're like, oh, what scene is this from? And, yeah. Anyways, I'm really excited to have these because I didn't own them before and I really wanted to. But they're also beautiful copies. They're paperback, which makes them easy to read and take with you wherever you go. Not quite so chunky as a hardback, which I do love hardback, so I wouldn't be opposed to having some of those too. But I'm very excited to own these.
It was fun. So in a previous video, you said something along the lines of, I don't actually own the Mistborn trilogy, and I winked at the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in there, sneaky like. So the next book I got is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I do already own this, but this is one of the books that I wouldn't mind having several editions of, and I needed a paperback because the hardback can be a little bit clunky. I know I was trying to go places with it, and it was a process. It doesn't exactly fit in your purse or your back pocket, so not that this one will either. But I'm excited to have it.
It's a little bit less big.
They're both purple. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's a different color purple. That's more of a periwinkle though.
It's more of a lavender.
Yeah.
Not quite periwinkle. Maybe the
more
lighting.
periwinkle than lavender, but. The last book that I got is also Sanderson. It is the Arcanum Unbound Cosmere Collection, which is a collection of short stories, novellas I guess rather, that are all set in his Cosmere and take place on various planets. Take place on various planets in his Cosmere. And they've got some from Sel, which is the planet that Elantris takes place on. They have some from Scadrial, which is where Mistborn takes place on, and they have some from Roshar, which is where Stormlight Archive takes place on, and they've got a couple other ones as well. So I'm very excited to read these. I've been waiting, because I never had them, and I just really wanted to read all these different short stories, but I've kind of been waiting to specifically buy this for myself until I had finished Stormlight so that I could see all those connections as well. But now that I've basically finished Stormlight, I can read these, so I'm super excited.
So the last book that I got is Fox by Nadine Brandes, and I'm really excited for this. I read Romanov by her earlier this year, and I loved it to death, and I've heard nothing but praise about Fox, and I'm really excited to look into it. I think it's a historical fantasy of some sort. I know there's magic involved. I'm really excited for that.
Okay, well those are the books that we got for Christmas, and a couple that we got before Christmas.
I'm just displaying this because it's a cover.
We hope you enjoyed this book haul. These are always fun to do because they're pretty easy videos, but we just get to gush about books.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you guys next time. Stay warm. Some from Roshar, which is Stormlight, and Sel, which is what's that one called?
Oathbringer.
No.
Oatcracker.
Elantris. So they've got from